Hello ladies and gentlemen, Meoni here of Cast with a short video for you today. So I decided to hop on to Guild Wars 2 again. Today we're on to look at the brand new world event. Now, a lot of people see world events in games as short things that happen during Christmas, or like, say for instance, the Midsummer Fire Festival within World of Warcraft. You know, there's usually a mount on offer and various grindy ways of getting it. Now, world events have been taken in a very different perspective in Guild Wars 2, and this is something I really like. It's a really cool thing, this. Now, for this event, we're going to go over to Rata Sum, the top level of Rata Sum's big cube, which is the city, the main city of the Azura race within Guild Wars 2. So on the top of this cube, in the Creators Commons, I believe it's called, there's a waygate to the north, exactly, I don't know, just to the left of this waygate you will find an NPC in this very strange looking box. Now this is a super adventure box, which is essentially a portal to a digitized world that this Azura little fella here has created. Now, basically, this guy has created an 8-bit / 16-bit sort of homage and salute to retro games such as, you know, RPGs like Zelda, and then we have platforming game elements in here such as Super Mario World. But I'll let you see that for yourself in a second. So we're looking at some of the loot here. You can get some pretty nifty looking sort of 8-bit sword skins and weapon skins from this, which look pretty damn awesome, I think you'll agree. And these are all cosmetic items that you can get from completing various goals within the Super Adventure Box dimension. So once we're happy and we're ready to start off our adventure, we go into this little portal here and we select yes, and we get ported into the Super Adventure Box. And I'm going to put the native sound on for the game here, the music, and let you sort of just take in the first few seconds without me saying a thing. So I'll see you in a second. So as you can see, this is fully designed from the sound all the way up. It's pretty spectacular really, the work that's gone into this, and this is only the gateway here, this main section that lets you allows you access to the many levels within the Super Adventure Box. It is progressive, as in its levels are completionary to unlock the next level, like you would imagine from any game like Super Mario World or any side-scrolling platformer of the same sort of genre of the time. In terms of storyline, you've got your generic princess, and oh no, a giant robot evil dude person comes down and kidnaps her and takes her off to his castle several thousand miles away, and it's up to you to go over the several hundred-mile journey through different levels to get there and finally defeat him. So it's a fairly generic, you know, corny, you would predict it from virtually every video game ever from the 80s, is pretty much instilled within this game. But perfectly honest, storyline aside, you know, it sticks to all of those old retro foibles, and there's a lot of things like the jump mechanics, the lack of falling damage, the noises that you make when you jump, bouncing over obstacles, and killing monsters by running in, doing an attack and then running out whilst they do their special move sort of thing. And with a very small amount of life, it feels very reminiscent of my time playing Zelda, to be perfectly honest, on the SNES. So it's not a bad thing, and quite honestly I've seen a lot worse standalone games. Bear in mind this is just a seasonal event, which is phenomenal. Now, there are quite a few levels. I could mention a few, but I only tested a small selection of them. However, if we look on the map here, we have various levels here for access, very reminiscent of those side-scrolling RPGs where you would unlock an island, and there would be other islands to unlock depending on how you completed said mission, and if you found the secret exit and stuff like that. And I'm pretty sure that those exist within the Super Adventure Box as well. All in all, I'm finding this a lot better than the standalone Guild Wars game, and I know I'm going to get a lot of hate for saying that, but it really is an interesting little adventure, and it's definitely something I enjoyed playing through, and I will complete this in my own little time. It's nice to see that the music isn't just the same all the way through, and the level design changes with variations of a dark forest, for example. This one here, very spooky. The sound is very reminiscent of the dark woods in Zelda: Link to the Past, for example, and We've got a lot of themes that run through that with various different mob designs and textures that represent those themes. It's really quite nice to see, to be perfectly honest, and like I say, there are a lot worse standalone games than this. You could do a lot worse. So I think this is phenomenal, the work they've put into just a seasonal event, and I would love to see what they're going to do for other events. I hope that, you know, ArenaNet decides that this is such a good idea and people will come back to Guild Wars 2 if they realise that the effort they're putting into regular updates of content is as good as it is with the Super Adventure Box. So if I was to give this a rating as a standalone game, it'd be above 5, so, you know, it's above average platforming fun. And there is a option here, as you can see on the hands on the floor, which show you where to go. This is like a child-friendly version. It doesn't make the game any easier in terms of mob damage. What it does do is show you where to go, and I accidentally chose this. I'm not a pussy, honestly. But it's nice to have those little options there, and the gear itself looks phenomenal. Not that it, you know, sort of works in the lore-filled world of Guild Wars 2's normal world, but never mind, it looks amazing anyway. Would I recommend the Super Adventure Box? Well, yes, if you have a copy of Guild Wars 2 lying around, maybe you've uninstalled it through lack of time or lack of effective endgame arguably to do, and you may have got bored with it. Now's the time to install it again, reinstall that game and play this. It's going to be around for the remainder of April, which obviously isn't that long, but you know, you've got time to install it and have a bit of a fun around. Maybe you might get a little bit more of an interest to play the main game again. But as it stands, I would definitely recommend this, and I'm going to complete it because it's a lot of fun, isn't it? And it's something that isn't too serious and I can do without any major impact on my time. So that's my sort of look at the Super Adventure Box in Guild Wars 2. Thank you very much for watching this video. My name is Meoni and I do videos on the Clismcast weekly of all various different content, including World of Warcraft, MMO content in general, and of course my latest series, the Kerbal Space Program Adventures, where I try and take my theoretical creativity to the highest possible heights you can get and explore a bit of space. So, from me and everyone here at the Clismcast, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.